Welcome to Toffee TV. These are your comments for West Ham 3, Everton 1. Let's get straight into it. Splon114 says, and our mouse captain Phil Jagielka says finishing 8th is a positive. No wonder the club is in a mess. You'd think the skipper at least would be aware of the club's motto. I absolutely agree. Poor from Jags. I suppose as the captain he feels a responsibility to the club itself to portray the club in a positive way and you know, toe the party line. But you know, fans feel that as he is the captain he should be putting it out there and saying, you know what, this isn't good enough and this is on us to get this right. And you know, he's not a captain who's been around for a couple of years. He's been there for 10 years now, so really you'd expect a little bit more from Phil Jagielka. You'd expect a little bit more, you know, criticism inwards of the club in the fact that he can do that because he's pretty much untouchable as a representative of Everton Football Club at the moment. So yeah, not great from Phil Jagielka, sadly. Gary Burns says it reminded me of the 70s when the only away goals we got were consolation goals from Mick Lyons. Thank fuck this season is over. We've played the worst football in living memory. It didn't have a single redeeming feature. No, it didn't. Did it really? You can't walk away going, well, at least that happened or this happened or nothing happened. Nothing good happened. There wasn't even any wins you look back on and go, oh, wasn't that brilliant? Rooney's 3rd goal against West Ham, maybe. Crap. Gordon Hutchinson said, absolute bollocks. We lose to teams that struggled against us before. Sick of Allardyce's method, tactics and choices. His style of football lacks everything. The man's a breadhead. Deep in Everton's pockets. Get him gone. He's overrated and overpaid. Gordon, I think you're going to get your wish very surely. Miles Pop says Allardyce is at the ultimate of his ability, which is not acceptable to Everton fans. He is not a top manager, as shows with the lack of tactical know-how. White take off Tosin. Allardyce probably couldn't even tell you because he's out of his depth in the Premier League and more importantly at Everton. Tonight is the night of long knives. I hope all the best Evertonians everywhere. It will get better. Hopefully it will get better, and yeah, we'll have a new manager soon by the looks of it, and we'll have to all stop blaming Sam Allardyce, I suppose, and look for the other people involved as well, and hopefully they get dealt with and we can move forward at Everton Football Club with a single vision and all of us on the same page, because I think that ultimately that's all we want. Everton 2000 says, I would go for Silva to replace Allardyce. He's young, progressive manager who I believe was very unlucky with the Watford situation. They had 12 injuries during that bad spell, and I don't think Everton tapping him up helped with the situation. It's a massive summer, and if he's going to shit once again, we are going to drop down the table drastically. Yeah, it does look like it is Silva. It looks like he's going to be the man to replace Sam Allardyce. I think the situation at Watford quickly deteriorated because of what happened with Everton. He lost probably all the trust of the players. Players probably all decided they didn't want to play for him, and if players were injured, they probably weren't willing to play through injuries. And we'll have to wait and see. Every manager you bring in is a gamble. Every manager. You know, some get lucky and everything falls into place. Some more experienced managers who know the job inside and out, who are supposed to be guaranteed winners, things fall apart for them and it doesn't go the way. So it's all a risk. Everything's a risk. All you've got to hope is that everything is done for Everton's next manager, that for him to be a success, because if obstacles are put in his place, that's just going to make things even worse. So let's hope everything is put in place so that the next manager of Everton Football Club can do a good job. And if he can't do a good job with everything in the right place, then you'd have to move on. But hopefully, you know, whatever happens, we're at a level. All we want is to be at this level that we are now, and say build from that, not build from 16th, 15th. We want to build from where we are now, because if we're building from 7th and 8th, then we're not, we're not that far away. And if that's our base level, and we have a poor season, but everything's going in the right direction in terms of how we are growing as a team, then that's a little bit more acceptable. Because at least if you finish the season and it hasn't been great, but you go, you know what, we're going in the right direction, then I think we can put up with that as fans. I think that's where we struggled with the last couple of managers, or the last 3 managers, is that was it all going in the right direction after poor seasons or midway? And the answer was no. Rick Patel says today's performance and Allardyce substitutes clearly shows he doesn't give a shit about the club. He needs to be sacked in the next 24 hours. 72. It's sad that we might need to spend another £200 million, but that's the only way we can rebuild the mediocre squad and bring a proper manager that doesn't go into every game with a negative mindset. For me, what we need is coach. We need someone who can make the players we've got better in the short term and the long term. Without panicking and pressing the self-destruct button and going out and buying more players. Let's get a manager who can make these players better, coach them. Because I guarantee no one will ever win anything by just spending money. You have to coach the players. When people say about Pep Guardiola and the money he spent at Man City, I completely disagree with the fact that they say it's all because of the money. His coaching ability, making them into a team, all those egos, all those players at the top level, and saying to them, no, you're a team. Look at Man City's team spirit. It looks incredible, and that's what you want. That's what you want from a team. That comes from good coaching and a manager bringing everyone together. David says surely Sam has to go after this run-in. I tried to give him a chance, but oh my god, just awful. Although our best 2 players are his signings. In his defence, we need to spend 700 million since the 300 million Michelle. I don't think you spend $1 billion. Spend 100 million or 1 billion. Michelle spent since he arrived has basically got us Pickford, Walcott, Toshin, and maybe Gylfi at a stretch. No, I like Gylfi. Gylfi's alright. That are all worth keeping. Yeah, Seamus as well. But these are the players obviously being bought. No, I like Gylfi anyway, even though that's not how you spell Gylfi. Just want to make that point clear. That's not how you spell Gylfi. Yeah. We need to spend money on quality, not quantity. Quality, and make the players we've got better, and then build on that. Let's not try and do something overnight. Let's try and make the players we've got better in a system that works. Helen says, I have to say Arsene Wenger for the next manager. We need experience and to build the team from the bottom, and at the same time a manager that can attract big names. Mashiri wanted to invest in Arsene at Arsenal but couldn't. Plus his son Theo is at Everton. He's lived there for 25 years. Trust me, get your pound coins on Arsene for any Everton manager. Hence the delay with Sam's decision, waiting on Arsene to decide if he wants to manage straight away. It's not Arsene Wenger. I like the idea of Arsene Wenger being the Everton manager, but in theory it wouldn't work, and I'll tell you why. I think Arsene Wenger would need 3-4 years making Everton his own. He hasn't got that time. He'd come to Everton for 2 years tops. I think he'd need 4 years to turn this boat around. So it's a lovely idea. Well, some people would say it's not a lovely idea. For some it's a lovely idea. I just don't think it's got any legs at all. I think Wenger will go and take a job that doesn't require him to be at his fullest, let's just say, for the job. The France job would probably suit him after the World Cup. So we'll wait and see. It's nothing. It's nothing. Ray says, even though Allardyce is utter shite, the players are worth it. There's not many players from that team I'd want to keep. Defo get rid of Keane though. listen, players are assembled by managers, maybe not Allardyce, and then there has to be made better. I keep on reinforcing the fact that good managers have got to be good coaches or surround themselves with good coaches, which makes the team better. It's not rocket science. The best teams have a shape and a style and a structure, and they buy players on that. That hasn't happened at Everton for a while. I'm not, you know, it's not so that. So you're right, it's not Allardyce's fault, but Allardyce surely's had enough time to create a vision at Everton, and he hasn't done that. And the manager will always take the can. It will be up to the next manager to weed out those players. Can't do that overnight, though. You can't. If this season's proved anything, a large turnover of players all at once doesn't work. You've got to bring some in and bring some out and drip, 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 drip. But you've got to have good coaches or be a good coach and make players better. Paul says Sam kept us up, so a big thank you to him for that. But he's now time for the change. Whoever is near the bottom of the league in October will no doubt give Sam another tap on the shoulder, and he can do the same for them. Yeah, exactly. Sam came in, did the job. When he was asked to step up, couldn't step up. Last game of the season against West Ham, takes a striker off. Plays, you know, 3 centre backs, 2 hold midfielders, wing backs that don't want to get forward. Every time he's been asked to step up, couldn't. Simple as that. And there you go. They are your comments. Thank you, as ever. Thank you for all your comments during the season. It's on any video. I look forward to bringing it back next season. I might do some during the off season for any big events, whether it be a new manager, new signings, whatever. So keep getting your comments in. Thank you forever. Thank you for watching Toffee TV. We love you all. See you later.